Many people dream of visiting Greece, drawn in by the beaches, whitewashed villages, and maybe a plate of souvlaki. But what most travelers don't realize is that beyond the beauty lies a land of breathtaking landscapes, hidden gems, and views that look straight out of a painting. In this video, I'll share some fun and surprising facts about Greece, and then take you through some of the most amazing places you won't want to miss. Greece is the birthplace of democracy, where citizens first shaped their future over 2,500 years ago. That spirit of independence stretches across more than 6,000 islands, each with its own unique history and charm, even though only a few hundred are inhabited. Wander through a Greek town and you'll likely pass ancient ruins just sitting among homes and cafes, as if history never really left. And it hasn't, especially when you realize some olive trees here have been producing fruit for over 4,000 years. Much like the trees, the myths have deep roots too, with gods, heroes, and monsters that still shape modern stories and culture. Even everyday scenes feel enchanted, like the sight of cats lounging in alleyways and ruins, casually looked after by the locals. Food is part of the magic too, with feta cheese being not just a favorite, but a national obsession. Greeks eat more of it than anyone else on Earth. It's a country that invented the Olympic Games, hosted them in ancient Olympia, and proudly brought them back in modern times. The maze-like streets of Mykonos weren't designed to charm Instagram photographers. They were built as an ingenious defense system. Local fishermen could navigate the labyrinthine pathways blindfolded, while invading pirates would find themselves hopelessly lost, vulnerable to ambush or capture. What appears as picturesque confusion today once served as the island's primary security system. This defensive design extends to Little Venice, where colorful buildings seem to float right on the water's edge. While today it's perfect for sunset cocktails, these structures once concealed a secret purpose. They were the hidden entryways where pirates could smuggle contraband directly into the Aegean without detection. The same spot where you might now sip an Aperol Spritz once facilitated the covert movement of illicit goods. Mykonos earned its nickname, the Island of the Winds, honestly. The powerful northern Meltemi winds that cool summer visitors also powered the island's famous windmills. Built in the 16th century, these iconic structures weren't just decorative. They were the industrial backbone of the island, grinding wheat into the flour that sustained locals and supplied passing ships. Today, they stand as silent sentinels overlooking Mykonos town, or Kora as locals call it. Beyond the postcard-perfect whitewashed center, Mykonos offers contrasting beach experiences. Paradise and super paradise beaches pulse with music and energy from sunup to sundown, while secluded Agios Sostis provides a tranquil escape with no facilities, just pristine sand and clear water. Between beach sessions, the island's culinary scene beckons with fresh catches prepared simply with olive oil and lemon, locally produced Kopanisti cheese with its distinctive peppery kick, and traditional tavernas where recipes have remained unchanged for generations. Just a 30-minute boat ride away lies Delos, possibly the most important archaeological site you've never heard of. This tiny uninhabited island was once the religious center of the ancient world, believed to be where Apollo and Artemis were born. So sacred was Delos that no one was permitted to be born or die there. Expectant mothers and the terminally ill were transported to neighboring islands to maintain its purity. Today, you can walk among remarkably preserved ancient homes, temples, and the famous Terrace of the Lions, with far fewer crowds than at similar historical sites. In the country's mountainous interior lies a place where gravity seems optional, and faith was tested in the most literal sense. A place where monasteries cling to stone pillars that rise impossibly from the earth. Meteora stands as one of Greece's most breathtaking landscapes. Massive stone pillars thrust dramatically from the earth, with monasteries perched precariously on their summits, creating a scene that seems to defy physics itself. These remarkable structures weren't built for their views, though they certainly offer spectacular ones. Monks constructed them between the 14th and 16th centuries, seeking refuge from Turkish invaders and a place for undisturbed spiritual contemplation. Getting to these sanctuaries was an act of faith in itself. Monks would haul themselves up using nothing but rope systems, wooden ladders, and netted baskets, a heart-stopping journey that continued until modern steps were carved into the rock. Imagine being suspended hundreds of feet in the air, swaying in the wind, with only hemp ropes between you and the valley floor below. At its height, Meteora boasted 24 monasteries scattered across these stone giants. Today, only 6 remain active, but each offers a unique glimpse into Byzantine religious life. The Great Meteoron, founded by Saint Athanasios the Meteorite in the 14th century, stands as the largest and oldest of the group. Inside these monasteries, visitors can explore ancient manuscripts, religious artifacts, and experience the austere yet profound atmosphere that has drawn the faithful for centuries. Cinema fans might recognize Meteora from the 1981 James Bond film, For Your Eyes Only, which featured a dramatic climbing sequence on these very rocks, introducing this otherworldly landscape to global audiences. The area surrounding Meteora offers its own attractions. The town of Kalabaka serves as the gateway to this stone forest, providing traditional tavernas where you can refuel after a day of monastery exploration. For an even more authentic experience, the quaint village of Kastraki sits directly at the foot of these towering formations, offering peaceful accommodations with unmatched views. Nature enthusiasts shouldn't miss nearby Pindus National Park, a remote wilderness perfect for hiking and spotting rare wildlife. And for those seeking water-based recreation, Lake Plastira presents a serene artificial lake surrounded by forests and mountains, ideal for kayaking and fishing adventures. While the rest of the continent was still in its prehistoric infancy, the Minoans of Crete had already created a sophisticated society with multi-story buildings, elaborate artwork, and even indoor plumbing. This remarkable civilization flourished over 4,000 years ago, leaving behind the legendary Palace of Knossos that still captivates visitors today. Walking through Naxos, you're not just exploring ancient ruins, you're stepping into the setting of one of mythology's most famous tales. This massive complex, with its maze of rooms and corridors, is believed to be the inspiration for the labyrinth where the fearsome Minotaur once roamed. The vivid red columns and elaborate frescoes that have been partially restored give you a glimpse of how colorful and advanced this civilization truly was. But Crete offers far more than just its ancient history. Greece's largest island is a world unto itself, with landscapes that range from stunning beaches to rugged mountains. If you're looking for natural beauty that will take your breath away, head to Elefonici Beach, where the sand takes on a pink hue from crushed seashells, creating a dreamlike contrast against the turquoise Mediterranean waters. Crete's terrain offers incredible hiking opportunities across its more than 30 gorges. The most famous is Samaria Gorge, stretching 16 kilometers through towering rock walls that sometimes narrow to just a few meters wide, making it the longest gorge in Europe. The challenging hike rewards you with stunning views before finally opening up to the Libyan Sea. For those seeking something truly off the beaten path, a boat trip to tiny Gavdos Island takes you to Europe's southernmost point, where free-spirited travelers enjoy pristine beaches and a slower pace of life. Or venture east to the unexpected palm forest of Vai, where thousands of date palms create a scene that feels more North African than European. All reportedly started centuries ago by Phoenician traders discarding date pits on the shore. There's an island where every sunset feels like a personal light show staged just for you. The postcard-perfect scenes of Santorini hide a geological drama beneath their surface, a volcanic explosion so powerful it changed the face of the Mediterranean forever. What we see today as one of the world's most photographed destinations was born from catastrophe. Around 1600 BC, one of the largest volcanic eruptions in human history tore through the original circular island, collapsing most of it into the sea and leaving behind the crescent-shaped caldera we see today. This cataclysmic event may have inspired the legend of Atlantis that Plato wrote about centuries later. Those iconic white buildings with blue domes didn't appear by chance. The whitewashed walls serve a practical purpose in the intense Mediterranean sun, reflecting heat to keep interiors cool during scorching summers. Blue domes aren't just photogenic, they represent the colors of the Greek flag, a symbol of national pride that developed following independence from Ottoman rule. In Oia, Santorini's most famous village, crowds gather hours before sunset to secure the perfect viewing spot. But venture just a few streets away, and you'll find equally spectacular vantage points without the crowds. The town of Fira offers an entirely different perspective, with cliffside bars where you can sip local Assyrtiko wine while watching the sun sink into the sea. Beyond the famous vistas, Santorini's volcanic heritage has created some truly unusual beaches. Red Beach glows with rust-colored cliffs and sand, while Black Beach at Parissa stretches with dark volcanic fragments that heat up quickly in the sun. For the ultimate volcanic experience, boat tours take you to Nia Kameni, where you can hike across the still-active crater and feel the ground's warmth beneath your feet. Hidden gems like Megalokori reveal a different side of Santorini. This peaceful wine village features cave houses carved directly into the volcanic rock and winding alleys leading to family-owned vineyards. Here, ancient winemaking traditions continue, with grapevines grown in a distinctive basket shape close to the ground to protect them from strong winds. Below Oia lies Amudi Bay, where crystal-clear waters await those willing to descend 300 steps. The brave can leap from smooth rock platforms into the deepest blue waters imaginable, while others can simply float and gaze up at the white buildings perched precariously above. Standing atop the Acropolis, you're walking on the same stones where democracy was born over 2,500 years ago. As the morning light bathes the ancient marble, it's hard to imagine that these iconic columns and statues were once painted in vibrant blues, reds, and golds. Archaeological evidence reveals the Parthenon wasn't the pristine white monument we see today, but a colorful masterpiece that must have been visible for miles. Wander down from the sacred hill, and you'll discover Athens is a city of layers. The ancient Agora, once the bustling marketplace where Socrates engaged in philosophical debates, now sits peacefully among olive trees. Just steps away, the Temple of Hephaestus stands remarkably intact, often overlooked by visitors rushing to see its more famous neighbor on the Acropolis. As evening approaches, locals and travelers alike climb Mount Lycabettus for what might be the city's most spectacular view. From this 908-foot limestone peak, you can watch as the setting sun transforms the Acropolis into a golden beacon against the sprawling modern city below. On clear days, you can even spot the Aegean Sea and some of the nearby islands. Just a short drive from the city center, Lake Vouliagmeni offers a natural spa experience unlike any other. This thermal lake, formed by the collapse of a massive cave roof, maintains a constant temperature of around 24 degrees Celsius year-round. The water is rich in minerals, and tiny Gara rufa fish, the same used in popular fish spas, naturally nibble away at dead skin cells as you swim. For a perfect day trip, head about 70 kilometers southeast to Cape Sunion, where the Temple of Poseidon has stood guard over the Aegean Sea since 444 BC. If you look closely at one of the columns, you'll find the carved signature of English poet Lord Byron, who visited in the early 19th century. Time your visit for sunset, when the ancient marble columns are silhouetted against the blazing sky, creating one of Greece's most unforgettable views. We now journey to a place where the sea meets volcanic wonders in ways you've likely never seen before. Milos, a volcanic island in the Aegean Sea, offers some of the most otherworldly landscapes in Greece. Its geological diversity has created a natural playground where stark white rock formations, rainbow-colored cliffs, and crystal-clear waters come together in perfect harmony. Perhaps the most iconic spot on Milos is Sarakyniko Beach, often called Moon Beach by visitors and locals alike. This isn't your typical sandy shore. Instead, you'll find yourself walking on smooth, bone-white volcanic rock that has been sculpted by wind and waves into flowing organic shapes. The stark white landscape against the deep blue Aegean creates a scene so surreal that NASA has actually used it as a training ground for lunar missions. The coastline of Milos is dotted with hidden gems that reward the adventurous traveler. Kleftiko, a stunning collection of towering white rock formations and sea caves, was once a favorite hiding spot for pirates. Today, you can only reach it by boat, where you'll discover crystal-clear waters perfect for swimming through natural stone arches. Nearby, the Papafragas caves offer narrow sea passages with deep blue waters, creating natural swimming pools surrounded by towering rock walls. For beach lovers seeking something truly unique, Firaplaka Beach showcases nature's artistic side, with its soft white sand and dramatic multicolored cliffs that shift from rust red to yellow to white. And if you're up for a bit of adventure, Sagrado Beach requires descending via rope and ladder to reach a secluded cove of turquoise perfection. One of the most charming aspects of Milos is the fishing village of Klima, where colorful boathouses known as Sirmata are built directly into the cliff face. These rainbow-colored structures serve as both homes and boat garages, with the lower levels opening directly onto the sea for fishermen to store their boats, while families live in the upper sections. For those wanting to explore beyond Milos, nearby islands offer distinctive experiences. Sifnos is renowned for its picturesque villages, network of hiking trails, and exceptional local cuisine. Foligandros provides dramatic cliffside views and medieval charm, while Seriphos offers a low-key escape with rugged landscapes and pristine golden beaches. Zakynthos offers a natural paradise that seems almost too perfect to be real. Have you ever seen a beach completely surrounded by towering limestone cliffs with a rusting shipwreck resting on pristine white sand? This isn't a movie set. It's Navaggio Beach, perhaps the most photographed shoreline in all of Greece. But Zakynthos, or Zante as the Italians named it, holds much more than just its famous shipwreck. This Ionian island has a fascinating heritage dating back to mythology itself. The island was named after Zakynthos, son of the legendary King Dardanus of Troy. Even Homer paid tribute to this enchanted place in both the Iliad and Odyssey, placing it within the kingdom of the legendary hero Odysseus. What truly sets Zakynthos apart is its role as a crucial wildlife sanctuary. The island's southern beaches serve as nesting grounds for the endangered loggerhead sea turtles, which have been laying their eggs here for thousands of years. For a special turtle watching experience, boat tours regularly visit Marathonisi, aptly nicknamed Turtle Island. This small, uninhabited islet is actually shaped like a turtle when viewed from above, nature's perfect coincidence. The island's capital, Zakynthos town, offers a different kind of beauty with its distinctive Venetian influence. After being nearly destroyed by a devastating earthquake in 1953, the town was lovingly rebuilt, preserving its architectural character with elegant squares, neoclassical buildings, and the Church of Saint Dionysios, which houses the remains of the island's patron saint. Paros hides something mysterious in plain sight, a secret woven into its serene landscapes and timeless charm. What forces made this small cycladic island both a formidable naval power in ancient times and today's windsurf capital of the Aegean? Paros embodies the quintessential Greek island dream with its golden beaches, whitewashed villages, and relaxed atmosphere. But beneath this postcard-perfect exterior lies a fascinating history. In the 5th century BC, this seemingly peaceful island was actually a major naval power in the Cycladic League, an alliance led by Athens. The strategic position that once made it valuable for ancient warships now serves a different purpose, creating some of the most consistent wind patterns in the Aegean, turning Paros into a paradise for windsurfers from around the world. The heart of the island is Parikia, its main town and port of entry for most visitors. Here stands one of the island's most remarkable treasures, Panagia Ekatontopiliani, known as the Church of 100 Doors. This Byzantine masterpiece ranks among Greece's oldest and most important churches. For many visitors, Neusa is the highlight of any Paros stay. This picturesque fishing village is widely considered one of the most beautiful towns in the entire Aegean. What makes it special is the perfect blend of authenticity and sophistication. Traditional fishing boats bob in the harbor alongside chic bars and seafood tavernas, while Venetian ruins stand as silent reminders of the island's complex past. If you're seeking authentic Greek village life, head inland to Lefkis. This mountain village feels worlds away from the coastal resorts, with its narrow winding alleys, traditional houses, and genuine Greek atmosphere. The white marble pathways gleam in the Mediterranean sun as locals go about their daily routines, much as they have for generations. Just a 10-minute ferry ride from Paros lies Antiparos, a small, peaceful island that makes even laid-back Paros seem busy. Home to an impressive cave system and quiet beaches, it's perfect for those seeking an escape within an escape. And for beach lovers wanting to avoid crowds, Agios Ioannis Beach offers a quiet sanctuary with golden sand and crystalline waters, the perfect spot to relax away from the tourist throngs. Our journey now takes us to what might be Greece's most extraordinary secret, a fortress town that clings to a massive rock and remains virtually unchanged since the Byzantine era. Monemvasia sits on a rock island just off the Peloponnesian coast, connected to the mainland by only a narrow causeway. Its name literally translates to single entrance, perfectly describing its unique accessibility. What makes this place truly special is how it remains hidden from view as you approach from the mainland. You won't see the town until you're standing right at its doorstep. Founded in 583 AD by Greeks seeking refuge from Slavic invasions, Monemvasia quickly developed into an impregnable medieval fortress. Walking through its stone gates today feels like stepping through a portal in time. The entire town is car-free, with narrow cobblestone pathways winding between beautifully preserved stone buildings. One of the most remarkable aspects of Monemvasia is its architectural purity. There are no modern buildings here. Every structure has either been preserved or restored to its medieval state. Stone archways frame your path as you explore, and hidden courtyards reveal themselves around unexpected corners. The strategic importance of this fortress town can't be overstated. For centuries, it changed hands between great powers. Byzantines, Venetians, and Ottomans all recognized its value as a maritime stronghold. Monemvasia was so well defended that it stood as one of the Byzantine Empire's final strongholds, resisting Ottoman conquest until 1460. If you're staying in the area, make time for a day trip to Lemeni Bay. This picturesque seaside village features traditional stone houses overlooking waters so turquoise they almost seem unreal. The local tavernas serve fresh seafood caught that same morning. Try the grilled octopus while gazing across the peaceful harbor. For beach lovers, nearby Elefonisos Island is home to Samos Beach, a stunning stretch of shoreline with distinctive pinkish-white sand and crystal-clear waters. The shallow, warm sea makes it perfect for swimming, while the surrounding dunes create a natural paradise. Those seeking a deeper off-the-beaten-path experience should visit Kythera Island. This peaceful retreat boasts hidden waterfalls tucked into lush valleys, medieval castles perched on hilltops, and the charming village of Chora with its whitewashed houses and flower-filled balconies. Unlike its glamorous neighbors Mykonos and Santorini, Naxos doesn't need to try so hard to impress. It's the island where marble giants sleep unfinished by the shore, where mountain villages remain untouched by mass tourism, and where a surprising abundance of fresh water creates a lushness rare in the Aegean. Standing sentinel over the main port is the island's most iconic landmark, the Portara. This massive marble doorway, weighing over 20 tons, has framed the sea horizon since 530 BC. It was meant to be the entrance to a temple honoring Apollo, but construction halted when war broke out with neighboring Samos. Today, this unfinished monument has become more famous than many completed temples, drawing visitors who come to watch the sunset through its perfectly aligned frame. In the 13th century, Naxos fell under Venetian rule when Marco Sanudo captured the island and declared himself Duke of the archipelago. His legacy lives on in Naxos town, Kora, where a medieval castle crowns the hilltop and Venetian mansions line the narrow streets. The Catholic cathedral within the castle walls tells of a time when European and Greek cultures merged in this strategic outpost. For beach lovers, Naxos offers pristine shores without the crowds. Aliko Beach features remarkable white sand dunes backed by a small cedar forest, creating a landscape that feels more Caribbean than Mediterranean. The crystal-clear turquoise waters make it perfect for snorkeling among colorful fish. For an even more secluded experience, Sili Amos offers a stretch of fine golden sand with shallow waters ideal for peaceful swimming. For the truly adventurous, consider taking the small ferry to Donusa, a remote island just northeast of Naxos with fewer than 200 permanent residents. This tiny haven offers a complete escape from modern life, with hiking paths connecting pristine beaches that you might have entirely to yourself. The main village consists of just a handful of tavernas and small guest houses, where fishermen bring their catch directly from boat to kitchen. What if I told you that you could walk the same streets once patrolled by knights in shining armor nearly 700 years ago? Rhodes isn't just another Greek island. It's where 3 continents collided through centuries of trade and conquest, creating one of the most fascinating cultural landscapes in the Mediterranean. Known as the Island of the Knights, Rhodes proudly showcases its unique heritage through remarkably intact medieval architecture. The walled old town isn't merely a historical site. It's a living museum where people still work and live among structures built by the Knights of St. John in the 14th century. Unlike many historical sites that feel like empty shells, the medieval city pulses with everyday life as shops, restaurants, and homes occupy buildings that have stood for centuries. Walk through the Street of the Knights, where each section housed knights from different European countries: France, England, Germany, Italy, Provence, Auvergne, Aragon, and Castile. The impressive Palace of the Grand Master stands as the centerpiece, once serving as both fortress and administrative hub for the order. Today, its massive stone walls and grand halls house museums showcasing the island's diverse history. But Rhodes offers more than medieval charm. Travel south to Lindos, where dazzling white buildings cascade down hillsides beneath an ancient acropolis. The climb to this 4th century BC masterpiece rewards visitors with panoramic views across the Mediterranean, revealing why ancient Greeks chose this strategic location. The Lindos Acropolis combines elements from different periods: Greek, Roman, Byzantine, and beyond, telling the story of Rhodes's many rulers through architecture. Beach lovers will find paradise at Anthony Quinn Bay, named after the famous actor who fell in love with its emerald waters while filming The Guns of Navarone. For golden sands stretching as far as the eye can see, Sambuca Beach offers shallow, warm waters perfect for families. More adventurous travelers should seek out Monolithos Castle, perched dramatically atop a 100-meter rock with stunning sunset views that transform the Aegean into a canvas of orange and purple. Just when you think you've discovered all of Greece's hidden treasures, there's a place where the boundary between our world and the underworld grows thin. Parga might be the closest thing to a fairy tale setting in all of Greece. This enchanting coastal town on the northwestern mainland captivates visitors with its rainbow palette of houses that climb up from the shoreline like a colorful amphitheater. The effect is magical, especially when viewed from the Venetian castle of Parga that crowns the town, offering breathtaking panoramas of the Ionian Sea's azure waters. The Venetians left an indelible mark on Parga during their 400-year rule. Their influence is evident not just in the imposing castle, but throughout the town's distinctive architecture. Buildings with Italian-inspired details painted in warm Mediterranean hues of ochre, peach, and sky blue. These narrow, winding streets tell stories of a prosperous maritime past, where Venetian merchants once walked. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of Parga is its connection to ancient Greek mythology. Just a short drive away flows the legendary Acheron River, believed by ancient Greeks to be one of the 5 rivers of the underworld and an actual entrance to Hades' realm. According to myth, the ferryman Charon would transport souls across these waters to the afterlife. Today, you can visit this mystical river, whose name literally means River of Woe, and even swim in its crystal clear waters, a far more pleasant experience than the ancients described. When you need a break from mythological contemplation, Parga offers stunning beaches. Valtos Beach stretches for nearly a kilometer with its golden sand and clear waters, perfect for swimming or trying your hand at various water sports. For something more secluded, Lichnos Beach offers a hidden cove surrounded by lush greenery, ideal for snorkeling among colorful fish. For the ultimate hidden gem, take a boat trip to Blue Lagoon Sivota. This secluded bay can only be reached by water, rewarding travelers with some of the most intensely turquoise waters you'll find anywhere in Greece. The clarity is so remarkable that boats appear to float on air rather than water. The mountains of central Greece hide a sanctuary where the boundary between the human and divine worlds was thought to be at its thinnest. At Delphi, even the landscape itself seems to hold its breath, as if the ancient gods might still be listening from the dramatic cliffs that cradle what was once called the navel of the world. Nestled on the slopes of Mount Parnassus, Delphi wasn't just another religious site. It was the place where mortals could communicate directly with Apollo through his oracle. Kings, generals, and ordinary citizens traveled from across the ancient world to consult the Pythia, the priestess who served as Apollo's voice on Earth. Seated on a tripod above a mysterious chasm, she would enter an altered state of consciousness, possibly influenced by natural gases escaping from geological faults beneath the temple. Her cryptic prophecies, often interpreted by priests, guided some of history's most consequential decisions. The dramatic setting of Delphi is as impressive as its historical significance. The sacred way winds uphill through the sanctuary, passing monuments and treasuries built by city-states to thank Apollo for favorable oracles. At the heart stands the Temple of Apollo, while higher up the slope sits a remarkably preserved ancient theater, with seating for 5,000 spectators and spectacular views across the valley. Further up still, you'll find a stadium where athletic competitions were held as part of the Pythian Games, second in importance only to the Olympics. Before approaching the oracle, ancient pilgrims would stop at the Castalian spring to purify themselves. This spring, which still flows today, was believed to impart prophetic abilities to those who drank from it. Beyond Delphi itself, the surrounding region offers charming surprises. The mountain town of Arakova, just minutes away, comes alive in winter as a popular ski resort, but maintains its traditional character with stone-built houses and local specialties like Formella cheese. Visitors can also explore the nearby seaside town of Nafplio, with its well-preserved Venetian port and castle overlooking the narrow entrance to the Gulf of Corinth. Hydra stands as one of Greece's most captivating treasures, where elegant stone mansions line a horseshoe-shaped harbor that seems frozen in time. What makes this island truly special is what you won't find here. Cars and motorbikes are completely banned. Instead, transportation consists of water taxis, your own 2 feet, or the clip-clop of donkeys navigating narrow pathways. This car-free policy isn't just a tourist gimmick. It's a deliberate choice that preserves the island's authentic character and creates a peaceful atmosphere that's increasingly rare in our modern world. Walking through Hydra's stone pathways feels like stepping back centuries, with the only sounds being conversations, distant waves, and the occasional donkey bell. Behind Hydra's picturesque facade lies a powerful maritime history. During the 18th century, this small island emerged as a formidable naval power, with its merchant fleet controlling vital trade routes throughout the Mediterranean and Aegean. These wealthy shipping families built the magnificent stone mansions that still dominate the harbor today, silent testimonies to an era when this tiny island wielded significant influence. Hydra's unique atmosphere has long attracted creative souls seeking inspiration. Leonard Cohen lived here for years, writing some of his most beloved work while gazing at the same harbor views you can enjoy today. Pablo Picasso and Henry Miller also found their muse among these timeless streets and azure waters. For beach lovers, Vikos Beach offers a peaceful retreat, just a scenic coastal walk from the main town. Unlike the sandy shores found elsewhere in Greece, this pebble beach provides crystal clear waters perfect for swimming and quiet contemplation. Food enthusiasts will delight in discovering Hydra's secret tavernas, family-run establishments tucked away in narrow alleyways where recipes have been passed down for generations. Here, you'll find authentic Greek dishes made with locally sourced ingredients and served with warm hospitality. As the day winds down, there's no better way to appreciate Hydra's rugged beauty than from the water. Sunset boat tours circle the island's dramatic coastline, revealing hidden coves and sea caves inaccessible by land. Our next destination embodies this very spirit through centuries of defiance and reinvention. Thessaloniki, Greece's second-largest city, stands as a living museum where 2,300 years of continuous civilization have shaped every street corner and neighborhood. Unlike many European cities that showcase a single historical period, Thessaloniki offers layers upon layers of history that somehow coexist in perfect harmony. Walk down any street, and you might pass Byzantine churches with gold mosaics, Roman arches, and Ottoman bathhouses, all within minutes of sleek modern cafes and art galleries. The city's most recognizable landmark, the White Tower, tells this story of transformation. Once called the Tower of Blood, during Ottoman times when it served as a prison and place of execution, it's now a symbol of pride overlooking the sparkling Thermaic Gulf. Climb to its top, and you'll be rewarded with a 360-degree view that helps you understand why this location has been so strategically important throughout history. What makes Thessaloniki special is its waterfront promenade stretching over 5 kilometers along the sea. This isn't just any coastal walkway. It's the social heart of the city where locals gather at all hours. Lined with sculptures and art installations, it connects 12 themed gardens and offers views that change dramatically from dawn to dusk. The Epirus fortress, known locally as Yedi Kule, stands as a somber reminder of recent history. It served as a prison for political dissidents until 1989. For nature lovers, Thessaloniki serves as an ideal base to explore nearby wonders. Just an hour's drive brings you to Lake Kirkini, where flocks of flamingos create pink reflections on the water's surface, and water buffalo roam freely. The nearby City of Waters, Edessa, dazzles visitors with dramatic waterfalls right in the middle of town. The Halkidiki Peninsula, with its 3 distinctive fingers extending into the Aegean, provides some of mainland Greece's most beautiful beaches without the crowds of the islands. High in the mountains, one of Greece's best-kept secrets remains hidden from plain sight. At 1,160 meters above sea level, Metsovo stands frozen in time, a place where cobblestone streets wind between stone mansions, and the air carries both the scent of pine forests and the whispers of a culture that predates modern Greece itself. This picturesque mountain town nestled in the Pindus Range offers something rare, a glimpse into a Greece that few tourists ever experience. When you wander through Metsovo's winding lanes, you're not just exploring another pretty village, you're stepping into the cultural heartland of the Vlah community, an ancient Balkan ethnic group with their own distinct language and traditions that have survived for centuries. What makes Metsovo truly special is its year-round appeal. In winter, the surrounding peaks transform into ski slopes, while summer invites hikers to explore trails that weave through dense pine and fir forests. After a day of outdoor adventure, nothing beats warming up in one of Metsovo's traditional tavernas, where roaring fireplaces welcome you to sample local delicacies like the town's famous smoked cheese. The town's elevation gives it a distinctly alpine character that feels more like Switzerland than what most people imagine when they think of Greece. Stone-built mansions with wooden balconies line the streets, their architectural style reflecting the prosperity this region once enjoyed through trade and craftsmanship. Did you know that behind Metsovo's quaint appearance lies a proud revolutionary history? During the Greek War of Independence, this mountain community provided both fighters and crucial financial backing to the cause, helping to forge the modern Greek nation we know today. Just outside town, Mount Smolicus, Greece's second highest peak, hides the enchanting Dragon Lake, a crystal-clear glacial pool framed by rocky heights. Legends say battling dragons left this alpine jewel behind. For history lovers, the Kipina Monastery is a marvel. Carved into a sheer cliffside, it appears to defy gravity, blending seamlessly with the rock, a testament to centuries of human ingenuity. Welcome to Vikos Gorge, often called the Grand Canyon of Greece. What makes this gorge truly special isn't just its depth, but its proportions. It holds an official Guinness World Record as the deepest gorge in the world relative to its width. Imagine standing at the edge of cliffs reaching 1,200 meters high while gazing across a relatively narrow expanse. To put this in perspective, that's roughly the height of 4 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other. The gorge wasn't just a physical boundary between territories, it was sacred ground. Ancient healers would collect herbs from its slopes to create remedies, believing the gorge's spirits blessed these plants with special powers. This tradition of natural medicine continued for generations, with locals gathering healing plants that grow nowhere else. Speaking of plants, did you know the gorge and its surrounding area host over 2,000 different plant species? This incredible biodiversity includes several plants that exist exclusively in this region. As you hike through Vikos Gorge National Park, you'll witness this botanical treasure chest firsthand, with colorful wildflowers carpeting the landscape in spring. The crown jewel running through this magnificent gorge is the Voidomatis River. Its name translates to good eye in Greek, perhaps referring to its remarkable clarity. This waterway ranks among Europe's cleanest rivers, with water so pure you can drink it directly in many spots. For adventure seekers, the river offers excellent opportunities for rafting and kayaking, while more relaxed visitors can enjoy swimming in its refreshing pools. For those who love hiking, Mount Tymphes trails provide some of the most rewarding experiences in Greece. These paths wind through diverse landscapes before revealing breathtaking panoramic viewpoints over the gorge. The most popular trail takes you from the stone village of Monodendri to Oxia Viewpoint, where the full majesty of the gorge unfolds before your eyes. Thank you for joining me on this unforgettable journey through the breathtaking landscapes of Greece. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to subscribe to be the first to discover future explorations.